During the first segment of this season's 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Tell-All Special, which aired on Sunday on TLC, Oussama and Debbie virtually reconciled after their significant breakup. After Debbie left Morocco and accused him of exploiting her only to obtain a green card, Oussama acknowledged that he contacted her thousands of times to attempt to get back together, but afterwards claimed he was no longer in love with her. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Alina. Keep watching for more interesting details, and don't forget to subscribe. So let's start. With their 43-year age difference, Debbie and Oussama's relationships were viewed with skepticism from the beginning. Even so, Debbie traveled from Georgia to Morocco with him, packing up her belongings as she went, but things quickly turned bad. Debbie asserted that Oussama never told her that the objective was for her to take him to the US so he could work as a poet, while Oussama stated that this was always the intention. With the help of her son Julian, she eventually departed after they split up and declared she would never speak to Oussama again. During the tell-all, Oussama virtually appeared from Morocco and said he had called Debbie thousands of times following their separation, but she had not returned his calls. He stated that he had never told Debbie that her permanent relocation to Morocco was the intention. Surprisingly, he did have some cast members on his side. Johan, for instance, questioned Debbie's refusal to assist him with a green card and stated that Oussama needed support. Danielle, Johan's wife, retorted, "We're not nonprofits." Some of his fellow cast members openly laughed at Oussama's claim that he only called Debbie tens of thousands of times to make it clear that their relationship was finished and that he no longer loved her. In addition, Oussama claimed that he was actually attracted to Debbie physically. He spoke of their nights in Casablanca, and according to Debbie, Oussama did attempt to become romantically involved with her at the time. "The souls are ageless," says Oussama. That is the key point. Debbie claimed that despite this, Oussama never sincere from the beginning. However, when she appeared at the tell-all, her son Julian attacked him vehemently, branding him a liar and a psychopath who would send his mother 60 SMS within 2 hours. Julian admonished him, "Stop preying on old women who appear like they're weak. Find work." Because he is a poet and is prepared to die for his ambition. Oussama stated that he was not going to apply for any jobs. Debbie claimed that over the period of 4 years, she only handed him $2,000 to $3,000, but she did manage to provide living expenses like groceries. Oussama declared he only wanted to sell his art to those who understood it, to which his cast members once more openly laughed. When another cast member, Gabriel, recommended that Oussama sell his paintings to tourists in order to make money, Oussama objected. They didn't understand him since they weren't artists, according to Oussama, who also claimed that only Debbie did. Later, when host Sean Robinson questioned Debbie about keeping in touch with Oussama following the tell-all, she replied that he would need to move a mountain and suggested that he start by buying her a ticket to Morocco. Julian and her other cast members were upset by her response, and the fact that she was plainly not ready to break up all contact with him. Danielle told her straight up, "Cut the cord." In spite of Oussama's insistence that he was over the relationship, Julian joked, "We'll see the text messages in 3 days." Debbie and Julian spoke after the filming, and Debbie said that Oussama didn't seem well and perhaps needed therapy. She needed to start thinking about her own wants, Julian added, branding him a con artist. Debbie also made a humorous attempt to set up her son with Jen, another cast member. "Didn't you find Jen to be somewhat kind and nice? Do you believe that she was slightly batting her eyes at you? That was her." But he did reply that she seemed like a cool person and that Debbie may give Jen his phone number. Julian laughed and questioned why she was putting him on the position. Debbie told ET that Oussama had wanted to have a sexual relationship with her when they spoke in March. "He's a red-blooded man, you know," she continued. It's as though he tried, but what happens when I say no? He respects me before being incredibly romantic. He is fantastic and does everything perfectly. He is also a gentleman and the most romantic man I have ever met. Oussama has his moments, but he understands when no truly means no, so he returns to being the gentleman. You know most guys, it's all about grabbing and whatever,